YouTube. Good morning, everybody. I'm Dina Hans.
And Rick.
We're Hands on Oils. We're brand partners for Young Living Essential Oils.
We're here today to talk about the beginner's guide to natural living. What is natural living? What is it to you? Is it living off the land? Well, not really.
Well, it can be for some people.
It can be for some people.
For some people, it can be. It could be literally going off the grid and living very, 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 very naturally. But for most of us that have a job or work with the public, it's not optimal.
No. So how do we live as naturally as possible, keeping our same basic lifestyle? And that's what we're here today to talk about.
Yeah.
Now, there are things in the house that shouldn't be in the house.
Agreed.
And there are things that should be in the house. Some of our Young Living products can replace those. So we're going to talk about that today.
And we might even touch on some things that we know aren't Young Living products. It is about finding your balance and learning what you as a person can do to get you closer to this natural living.
Exactly.
It's all baby steps. We can't do it overnight, right?
Right. So you're ready to make a change? And how big of a change do you want to make? Okay, so you don't necessarily have to make a 180-degree change tonight.
Unless that's what you want to do. I was one of those because I had suffered so long with my health and my wellness. Basically, from the day I was born, I struggled. I struggled with gut health. I struggled with respiratory health, immune health, you name it. I struggled with it. And I got to the point where it didn't slow me down. I didn't live in a bubble. I was very blessed that I had parents that supported me even through those times, doing sports, doing activities, whatever. But by the time I was in my 40s, that's where it started to be a bigger struggle for me.
So part of our problem is that we are overloaded with toxins. About 5 years ago, Dina did a gut health class. And at that time, there were 80,000 different chemical additives to our food. Currently, it's 145,000. Okay, so that's how fast this industry is growing, and not all for the better. Okay, because some of these toxins, we already know that they contribute, as you can read, fatigue, insomnia, anxiety, depression, digestive issues, brain fog, skin issues, hormone disorders.
Yep.
Okay, it's all out there. But can we do something about it?
Oh yeah, because now they simply, what our society has done is it simply has experimented with plants around them, right? Throughout the years, the same experimentations with plants has occurred and has led to discoveries of so many powerful good things.
Right.
But then what happens is our society, or our way of thinking, right, is that they go to a lab and they go, well, how can we create this plant with these constituents? And so we go from natural to unnatural. And what does that mean for our body?
Your body can't absorb it the same way. Or in the case of a lot of toxins, those people, listen up if you're having this little problem. If you have trouble eliminating toxins from your system, i.e. it doesn't go straight back out and everything, then we absorb it in our fat cells.
We also put it in our organs.
And
our brain.
In the case of like aluminum, we already know what aluminum does. Aluminum is in every dementia patient out there, in their brain. It's a primary basis for plaque. Heck, we know that. So what do? Aluminum cook pans. Really?
Yeah.
Not really. Aluminum.
Okay, but a lot of people don't understand that. You have to understand that these people out here are fed something every day, media, ads, whatever. They're told that it's PBA free, that it's PHEA free, that it's, all of the non-toxics. But what they don't understand is once that starts flaking or removing from, in this case, pans,
yep,
that's when it becomes more absorbable into our bodies.
Right.
Okay. So the first time you scratch your pan and it exposes the underside, you should get rid of it. But I'm sorry, we have a budget too. So we understand that when it gets to that point, we're like, oh, I'll make it work for a little while longer.
And that's one of the reasons why 4 or 5 years ago, I switched over to the old style skillets, cast iron. Because I know the cast iron is not going to hurt me if it does get scraped.
If it's the good kind.
If the good kind.
There are some bad ones out there and you don't know which ones they are, guys. I'm going to tell you. So you have to do your due diligence. So there are so many things in our world that expose us to toxins. They exist in everyday products such as shampoo, laundry, soap, lotions, makeup, air fresheners. Oh my gosh, don't even get me into air fresheners. We can even be exposed to toxins in our food, building materials, cookware, cleaning products, shower curtains, furniture, carpet. Let's keep them going, right?
Yeah.
When these toxins start to accumulate in our bodies, that's when we start seeing and experiencing this overload, right? Now, some of us that are a little healthier than others, when we get that overload, we see it right away.
Right.
Where others that aren't as healthy don't see it right away because they're already in a under the wellness line state. And when that under the wellness line state happens, these things keep accumulating and they keep pouring out of their bodies by the next symptom, the next symptom, the next symptom. And they're going to their regular doctor and their doctor's going, well, let's try this. Oh, well, that's giving you this side effect. Keep taking that. We're going to give you this now. Oh, keep taking those two. I know this because I lived this. I lived the life of let's keep adding on something else. Every time I went to the doctor, they would keep those and add something else. And it's a vicious cycle. What we'd like to do is help you guys learn how to slowly get rid of which we call ditching and switch to something with substance that presents no risk to our body, replacing them with a good product, a good environment that helps nourish and work alongside our body's natural abilities to make a difference. Okay.
And that's what we're doing here today, is we're giving you some of the best tools out there for natural living. And Young Living has helped us along the way. So let's go to the next slide, please.
Oh, thank you.
So you're ready to make the change. And so we're going to pair our knowledge with what we've already been trained by Young Living
And our research.
And our research, because trust me, I don't take anything at face value. I'm a research guy. I look things up on PubMed. I look things up. I just did an entire class on detox foot bath, and the top 5 Google things on detox foot bath downplayed the benefits. But if you actually did the research into who wrote the thing, it was the same person that wrote the article on all 5 Google things. And they only tested 1 unit. They tested it on 10 healthy people. And guess what? They came up with a bad result. So the whole research behind it was false. So you have to do research on things. You have to do it just because somebody says it's organic, just because somebody says that it's pure, doesn't mean it is pure. Okay, so you got to do a little bit of background check. And that's one of the nice things about Young Living. They've already done this for us.
Sorry, guys.
All right, okay, so one of the reasons why we choose Young Living is that we can go to their farms and we can see where the stuff is made. I just went with Dina to the St. Mary's farm. We walked the fields and everything. We saw where lavender's made. We saw where Melissa's made. And we saw all the guys working the fields by hand, by the way. Yes, they have tractors there, but by hand they were working the fields. And it was fantastic. Seed to seal quality. What is that? Seed to seal quality is really very simple. We take organic seeds, natural seeds, not genetically modified anything. We grow them from the ground up. We distill them. Now, here's the difference between us and other products out there is that We actually took the time to figure out what the distillation temperature is to get the best oil out. We actually took the time to find out what the pressure to get the right oil out. And if you are not in any, if it's not at 98% purity, you're not getting it.
Yep, exactly.
So guess what, folks? Yes, you're going to have shortages. Anything that is natural grown is subject to Mother Nature. Okay. So that means you're going to have shortages every now and then. And it happens. Also, anything that's naturally grown, such as in the lavender. We had some lavender one time that didn't smell quite the same.
Oh, it was peppermint.
Peppermint.
It was
And
peppermint.
it was because there was a drought that year.
Well, it's Mother Nature. You know, when Mother Nature steps in and either gives us too much rain, too much sun, too much, it's going to change the smell. It's going to change the constituents. But Young Living makes sure that those constituents hit that percentage what we want. They're not there to smell it and make sure it smells like something you'd get in the grocery store, because that's not natural. We're not going to change the smell to fit what you think it should be. Granted, I know sometimes people don't like change, but it happens every day.
Yeah. All of our products are third-party tested. All of our products are tested 3 times.
Well, they're tested in-house multiple times. Then we send it out for confirmation of those numbers before we ever think about bottling it and sending it out.
So you can be assured that you're getting the finest quality products out there.
What I liked about one of the things that we can do is we hand weed our fields.
Yep.
0 pesticides, 0. So when we're talking hand weeding, these guys, and I've been there and I've done it, they're literally out there with like small hose, small this, small that. It's not like big machinery digging things up. They're out there by hand cultivating and growing. But with that said, we have also learned with certain crops that we can do ground cover crops.
Ground cover such as carrots. Okay. We don't cultivate carrots for consumption. But what is the benefits of a carrot? The carrot grows that cute little long thing into the ground. And what it does, when it dies, it aerates the ground and feeds the ground nutrients. It also, for some reason, puts off some kind of weedicide, whatever you want to call it, okay, naturally. There was also another article.
Weedicide?
Yeah, I call it a weedicide. It's my term. There, live with it.
I want y'all to look that one up.
Weedicide. So basically, they've experimented and they found out what kind of ground cover crops can go out there in order to keep pests away and keep weeds away. The
Plus,
other thing,
put nutrients back in.
plus you're also going to see in some of the fields, I believe it's a Melissa field, you may see sheep grazing. Well, sheep won't trample your crop, but sheep don't like Melissa, but like everything else that's out there.
Yeah, I don't know about
Natural
I'm not sure if it was Melissa.
I'm not sure. Well,
there's several crops that we do that we can put animals out there because they won't eat it.
right.
I know they don't use that in St. Mary's, and that's where Melissa's grown, so I'm not sure. I don't want to say that that's for sure because I haven't seen it happen. We want to make sure that all our oils retain all their natural constituents and beneficial properties. And I know Rick talked on this, but there are certain temperatures or certain procedures for each type of plant. Now in the citrus fruits, that's all cold pressed. There is no heat added to that whatsoever. In some of them, they have to raise the heat up to get more of the constituents out. In some of them, it's a lower heat to get the best constituents. Do they know this right out of the bat? No, they don't. It's a lot of trial by error, correct?
Yeah.
So if oils do not meet those high standards, they are rejected. They will not be bottled in a Young Living product. What I like about it is when they say that, they don't say, oh, we're going to sell it to the oil market and let them use it. It goes right back into our soils. It goes back into the ground that we are using, because that's what plants are. When they die and they decompose, they're putting their nutrients, their lifeblood, which is the essential oils, back into the soil. So if something doesn't work, it's going back in. Just like when they turn the earth to replant around it, they're putting in the things that are natural to that soil.
Okay, so these products are delivered also right to your door.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not required to sell anything with you on living. Okay.
You are now a customer.
You can be a customer and not do anything. But here's my comment to you.
Excuse me.
If this is helping you become healthier, does the rest of your family need to become healthier? Do they have the right to become healthier with you?
Well, it's not the right. Would you feel bad that if somebody in your life needed a health and wellness check, right? They needed some insight to make something better for themselves. Would you feel bad that they got sicker and sicker and you never told them?
Right.
Okay. That's how we have to look at this. It isn't about the selling of the product. It's about sharing what works for you. You share your favorite movies when you go out to the movies. You share your favorite restaurants. You share your favorite clothing line. You share a lot more than you realize. And if, in this case, let's just say Digest and Cleanse is working for you to keep you regular and get your gut health back in order so that your skin clears up, or this clears up, or that clears up, or your energy level boosts, you would share that. And that's what we're wanting you to understand here.
Okay, ditch and switch. Okay, ingredients to present a risk to your family. Formaldehyde. Folks, the chair I'm sitting on has foam in it.
Yep.
It's made with formaldehyde. The couch out there in my living room
As formaldehyde.
has a formaldehyde in it. That's the reason why when it's on fire and the fire department come, they mask up.
Yeah, so there's a lot of toxins. Formaldehyde is even in curtains. It's in, I'm trying to think what else it's in.
Formaldehyde.
It's in skincare products and sometimes.
Skincare products. And if you look it up, it is in about 50 to 60% of your vaccines because it's a flow agent.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you which ones for sure, so I will not comment on that.
Now, why is that important to you? It's a known carcinogen. It can cause skin and respiratory irritations. So by all means, we need to have that in our house because, if it burns, it's going to cause you problems.
Well, and the thing is, we do have it in our house. How do we get around that in furniture? It's really hard, people. I'm going to tell you.
Formaldehyde used to be in all of our insulation.
Yeah. So formaldehyde has been around a very long time. So let's go on to phthalates. Phthalates are a group of chemicals found in pretty much every personal care product and many plastics and vinyls. So you'll see where they'll say they're PTE free or P something free, PDE free, all of that. It's because they started removing phthalates from plastics and vinyl. We still see them in skincare products, though. They can affect your whole endocrine system, reproductive health, and even potentially cause cancer. All right.
VOCs are next, volatile organic compounds. These are gases that are emitted into the air. If anybody has put PVC pipe together, other and stuff, you can get that instantaneous headache and everything. That's VOCs.
Yep.
Okay. Any kind of petroleum product off gases. That's VOCs. Okay. So breathing VOCs can cause eye, nose, and throat irritations, as well as difficulty breathing. And folks, for some people, it's cumulative.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Some VOCs can even cause cancer. Of course, you're not going to be able to prove which VOC did it. All right. The next one is sodium lauryl sulfate. This one was basically put in every laundry detergent, spray cleaner, dishwasher detergent out there for the last 30 to 40 years. It's in everything. Okay.
It's also known as sodium lauryl sulfate too.
Yes. In other words, in order to keep things mixed up, they put in the sodium lauryl sulfate. It's a cleaning agent, it's a cleaning product.
It is what makes the bubbles in your shampoo, the bubbles in your dishwasher soap. It's the bubbler. It's what makes the foaming action. So like Young Living doesn't use that. So hence why their products don't become big and fluffy foamy, because they don't need that. But it's a really hard one for people to switch over to because they think that's what's cleaning it.
If you ever used old school soap, it doesn't foam.
No, we just got.
But you can feel it on your skin.
Yeah, So let's talk a little bit about ethanolamines, MEAs, DEAs, and TEAs. They're found in many of the household products and personal care products, I should say, and they have been linked to organ system toxicity or bioaccumulative and even cancer. So remember how we talked about our body doesn't recognize an outside source, it stores it because it's trying to protect it. So when it does that, it's putting it into fat, it's storing it into parts of our organs and stuff. But when we go to clean that out, do a detox, this is why detoxing your body or doing a cleanse so many times a year, at least 2, when that happens, you're releasing all that back. So you will feel crappy for a while, at least I do.
Right. Triclosan.
Which is banned in so many states, not all.
It's banned, but it's still out there. Triclosan is a ingredient in hand sanitizers, detergents, toothpaste, deodorants, cosmetics, plastics, and more. All right, now, it was in most of our antiseptic washes 2 years ago. Oh, when?
Or hand sanitizers.
Our hand sanitizers, when that cute little thing.
Just let's say 2 years ago, we had hand sanitizers out there that had triclosan in it. I'm going to tell you 2 years ago, it was very minimal. It was minimal because so many states had already banned.
Right.
The European Union banned it many, many, many years ago. We're just kind of slow on the uptake. 2 years ago, though, when they came out with, really having to use the hand sanitizers and stuff, a lot of the states already had it banned, but there were still some that didn't have it banned. Rick found out that if you had a large stock of it, let's say you were a bulk buyer for your corporation and you had a large stock of it, you were allowed to use it up without any side effects to you, as far as not health wise, but
Right.
if there wasn't any like, hey, you can't, you just have to destroy it. It was if you had it on hand, utilize it. So that being said, triclosan has been banned by the FDA to be used in antiseptic washes or hand sanitizers, but it still can be found.
It's still in your toothpaste.
Yep.
It's still in cosmetics.
Yep.
It's even in your clothing. And here's the part I really love. It's in toys.
Depends on what you're getting. Now, that's why so many parents have gone back to the old school toys and stuff.
Right.
All right, let's talk about fragrance. Fragrance is a biggie, guys, because fragrance is a word. That's all it is. What is in that fragrance is not mandated. It's not watched. It's not overlooked. So you can literally say, I've got something. This is a scented pencil eraser, right? I can just say it has a fragrance. I don't have to tell you what the fragrance is, where it comes from, and how it is created. What does that mean for you? Well, it means it's an enormous list of ingredients that could go into it that is not required for them to disclose to us. Trade secret, right? That means a product could contain some awful ingredients and the consumer wouldn't even know it. These chemicals can be linked to cancer, reproductive, developmental, so many toxicities that lead to allergies and sensitivities. So why do we take the risk? Because most people don't read the bottom part of the label. They read what's up here that says, oh, I'm getting, this much sugars and I'm getting this much carbs and I'm getting this much fat. But they never go down here to see where everything is in line. So if the first ingredient is soy and your last ingredient is fragrance, soy is going to have the most amount of product in that box or that ingredient, that item you're purchasing, and then the fragrance is last. But the fragrance literally is something that can have 100 different chemically added scents to make that fragrance. So, man, I don't know. Let's just don't take the risk. These are just a few of the ingredients that we want you to avoid. And you're wondering, why are these still out there? Because they're cheaper to be made. Right?
Right. It's a cheap method of making things. And it's also a way that you can patent things. You cannot patent a plant.
No,
Okay.
because it changes.
Because it changes
24/7.
from year to year, but you can patent the smell of a plant.
So let's talk about, let me move my screen, the wellness box. we call it subscribe to save within Young Living. Some people do it as their shop order. So they place an order every month and they have a box sent to them of whatever they need. That's your wellness box, guys. Subscribe to save. The reason why we promote subscribe to save is that you get points back to spend on future things. Okay. And it's dollar for dollar. So let's say you're buying $11 lemon. You're going to get 11 points, right? So you have 11 points. You're going to get 24% of that back into spendable cash, spendable things for Young Living products. What is the benefits of shop versus subscribe to save? I know a lot of people are very confused about subscribe to save because there's like, you can put it on every month, every other month, every third month. Like for us, we do our laundry soap every 3 months, our dishwasher powder every 3 months, because that's how often we order it. We go through it every 3 months. So that I would put on subscribe to save for every 3 months. Every month is lavender for this family. So that's an every month thing. But let's say you want to add in shampoo and you know you're not going to go through it every 3 months. So you're going to put it on once and then that'll say monthly. Well, the following month, when you open up your subscribe to save, you can delete it or you can skip it. They only let you skip once though. So I've learned that I just delete that item. I add in what I want for the month, delete the items I don't want. I use it like I used to before, except for the things I know that are going to come up every 3 months, every 2 months, and every month. Does that make sense to everybody? So ditching the toxins in your home may seem very daunting, very overwhelming. So what we suggest everybody is go grab a room and do that room on your budget when it fits and how it works for you, right?
Right.
So like for me, the first one we did was our bathroom, to be honest. I started with the shampoos and conditioners, the body washes, the things that hit my body every day. So my lotions, my skincare products, and when they finally came out with a very clean makeup, then it was makeup, right? So we make it very simple for you to replace the toxic junk in your life with so many more things, so many more options.
Yeah, like most of the stuff that's most of us had, I want to say had, because hopefully you guys are changing, under your kitchen counter for cleaning, can be replaced with one bottle.
Yeah, exactly. One bottle of what, Rick?
Thieves Household Cleaner.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to dive into it. I wanted to reiterate one more thing. If you are on subscribe to save and your order contains at least 50 PV, you'll start earning 10% back. That's where those points come in. So let's say you order one lip balm every month. You will not get rewards for that because it has to be over 50 PV or approximately $50. The more months you stay on subscribe to save, the more percentage you get back. So it goes from 10%, and then you get 20% back from month 4 to month 24. And then starting from month 24, so 2 years into it, excuse me, you get 25% back every month. But you have to spend $50 or 50 PV every month to keep your rewards. If you don't, you just go back to 10% until you build it back up again. So that's the difference in subscribe to save. If you want to rejoin or reinstate your account with Young Living, you just need to get on subscribe to save, do 50 PV, and you're back to your 24% off for the whole year. Okay. Or if you don't want to do subscribe to save, you just place 100 PV order or more, and then you've got your 24% off for a whole year again. So do you think you want to order 50 PV consecutively?
I would.
It's very easy for us.
I would, because basically this is kind of like healthcare to me. This is how I stay above the wellness line, and I don't have to keep going and keep on seeing a doctor for them to tell me that they want to give me some kind of prescribed drug. Or in lot of my case is, well, we can't fix you because you're not broke enough.
Yeah, gotta love that.
So
So if you want to do this, you don't understand it, just reach out to us. We can walk you through setting up your subscribe to save or just doing a shop order. So what room do you think all of you will start with? What's your first room? What area would be next for you?
bathroom,
Yeah, that's our first. We did that one.
go to the bathroom and then the kitchen.
Don't go to the bathroom right now. Wait till we're done.
Well, unless you're on the phone right now.
We don't want that.
We don't want to
either.
know.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about what Young Living started with. What did Young Living start with? They started with essential oils.
Young Living is a premier essential oil distributor. However, we now have over 600 health products. That's 600 essential oils. Well, we only have 350, I believe, essential oils right now. And the rest of it are health products, natural health products. Okay. So these are very potent, contain powerful health and wellness benefits for everybody, not just the women and everything. All kinds of stuff.
All ages.
All ages, all sizes and stuff.
Even our pets, guys.
So
our
what are
pets.
some of the most popular essential oils out there?
Well, what's your favorite
Well, thieves and lavender are tied.
for him? So what does Thieves do for you?
Thieves is purifying and supportive.
Okay.
It's a year-round thing. If you know you're going to be around somebody that's below the wellness line, take some thieves.
Yeah.
Now with me,
Thieves Vitality.
Thieves Vitality. Now with me,
Or if you're going to clean with these household products.
right, I can take thieves and rub it right on my gums.
Thieves Vitality.
Thieves Vitality.
We're working on that for him. He has to understand that whenever he takes anything internally, it's Thieves Vitality.
Okay. And then lavender, that's
Calm.
your other go-to. Smells good and everything, and nobody complains about lavender. Thieves, everybody says you smell like cinnamon bark when you're walking around if you put that on your skin and stuff.
Well, Thieves is kind of spicy, so I hope you're not putting it directly on your skin.
Lemon would be the next one. And we just found out the other day from Dina went to an
Dr.
event.
H.K. Lynn, he's our science guy at Young Living.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, he told us that of all the essential oils, the first one you should be using is lemon. Put it in your water, so it's lemon vitality. Put it in your water and take it internally. It is the most beneficial for every part of you. Peppermint, whoa, invigorating. It definitely perks me up in the afternoon, but it's also really good for helping cool you down. Stress away. That's my go-to. Love the vanilla that's in it. It's very relaxing, very soothing. I tend to at night clench my teeth when I sleep. So I put it on my jawline. I do a V around my ear and then around my jaw. And I'm going to tell you, I put it at the temple too to help relax. It's my go-to all the time.
Citrus Fresh. Yes, now there's many uses for Citrus Fresh. And so one of the things that we can use Citrus Fresh for is diffusing in your house. Started first thing in the morning. Little known fact of life, and this is FDA compatible. So diffusing in the house, basically you need to keep your humidity levels of between 40 and 70%, and it decreases harmful bacteria in the air. Now we also know that if we diffuse with things like Citrus Fresh, lavender, Thieves, we can help out the smells in our house, as well as help giving ourselves a benefit.
We're getting ahead. So let's talk about peace and calming would be the last one on my list. It's another one for balancing and grounding. But Rick's right. When you grab a diffuser and you take any essential oil, be it a blend or be it a single, combine them together, do your thing, whatever it is, this is a benefit. This is a benefit for everything in your body system. Sorry, my husband just put my fingers between the chairs. Young Living provides us with so many options, so many different blends and singles to do that. What about safety, Rick? What can we tell people?
All of our oils are considered safe. Generally, what's called GRAS
Generally
certified.
regarded as safe.
Right, okay. Now, the only oil on there that has a safety precaution, well, actually, there's 3 oils that have different safety caps. And that's because it has wintergreen in it.
And it's just very cooling, and body systems cool down very quickly. And it's more for the littles in your life because they can't always tell you when they're feeling a little chilled.
Right.
So that is the reason why. There's also what we call hot oils. They have a little bite to them when you put them on your skin. So I always tell people that it's drop for drop. Take a drop of a carrier oil. In this case for us is V6. It can be coconut oil, it can be extra virgin olive oil. It can be any of those nice fatty oils, but 1 for 1, mix it together and apply. Okay, this is for topical application only. Sometimes I add it into my vitality oils if I'm ingesting them, just because you don't want those hot oils kind of repeating on you. What did they call it earlier? Giving you a herbaceous taste.
Right.
So the other one is diffuse between 3 to 10 drops, depending on your sensitivity and your preferences, how big your room is, how small your room is. If you have pets, I suggest making sure they have a way to get out, because if pets don't like it, they'll leave. They're not going to sit there and harm themselves or give themselves something they don't like, I should say, because we have used essential oils on our pets for a very long time.
Right. And so basically they're safe around on yourself, safe around on your kids. It's whenever putting an oil on a kid, always dilute, always dilute.
So which one of these oils that we've discussed so far intrigues you the most? And which ones would you add to your list that you haven't tried yet? Let's talk about that. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, I guess we already covered this. So why diffusing? Diffusing vaporizes, you can read that here. I can tell you right now that if you put the vapors into your environment, it helps you throughout the year, especially during the winter seasons. The immune system support for diffusing is immense. It is very, very great. What it also has is that the molecules are very small, so they pass through the blood-brain barrier very quickly and very easily.
Now, little pro tip for those of you guys that are going to do a little paint job and everything, you can actually put essential oils in your paint.
My daughter likes to use Christmas spirit.
And that would make the room smell fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of people put abundance in, and it's a blend because they want to bring abundance to their life, right? All right, next screen is clean personal care products. We're going to touch on a couple of our favorites. So now that you're starting to get rid of some things and you want to get rid of that synthetic fragranced lotion or that fluoride-filled toothpaste, or what else is there? Because my husband just took my notes from me.
Any kind of conventional makeup. If it's a conventional makeup, here's the little known fact of lavender products. Okay, fragrances, shampoos, and everything that have lavender in it. Most people don't realize that. I don't know the exact number, so I'm just going to put out a number. But let's say you have 1 million pounds of lavender that are produced every year. But we're actually producing lavender scents to the tune of about 5 million.
Yeah, it's the industry is creating lavadin because lavadin is a cheaper version of lavender. And the constituents are not any close to the same. It's not like apples to apples, but it's something that they can produce very quickly. It can be created in a lab.
Right.
So you need to look to see where your things are coming from. If it's not Young Living and it's somebody else, that is, your research, right?
Right.
We're going to talk a little bit about some of the things we like to add in here. Lotions is a huge one because that gets put on your skin, and your skin is your biggest organ. Young Living has several options for babies. So we have the seedling line, kids, we have Kid Scents, and then we have our adults. We have the new Luscious Lemon. We have the new Winter Lights. We have lavender. I mean, there's plethora is out there of lotions that we can use. but they don't have parabens, sulfates, phthalates, or those fragrances, or even those added colors into them. They're infused. This is something that nobody else is doing. They're infused with Young Living premium essential oils. And of course, it's backed with our seed to seal promise, everything from the dirt to the seed to how it's treated, how it's taken care of during its growth period, how it's harvested, how it's distilled, how it's tested and into the bottle, right? They contain an ultra moisturizing blend of plant-derived oils and butters and are formulated to absorb very quickly without leaving that kind of slide off the table feeling. So which one do you want to talk about?
Well, the next one is toothpaste. Okay, we've been bombarded for the last 50 years about different types of toothpaste. Yes, they have fluorides, they have peroxides, they have sodium lauryl sulfate, they have parabens, phthalates, mineral oils, synthetic perfumes, dyes, artificial colors, you name it. It's in there.
Yeah.
And they don't need to be in there.
I can personally tell you from experience, I use the Aroma Bright. It is my favorite because I am definitely a tartar buildup person. I can brush my teeth now and then have to brush at lunchtime and have to brush at dinner time and just before bed because I get buildup very quickly. But when I started using Thieves toothpaste, my buildup was minimal. Okay. I still brush, after every meal type thing. But what I can tell you is the health of my teeth is a lot better than it used to be. And I have terrible gum health. I always have, but I've been able to keep it under control by regular brushing, using my Thieves products, the mouthwash, and the toothpaste. Go ahead.
The next one, something I use a lot, is makeup.
Oh yeah. So do you want me to cover this one?
You might.
Okay, so we do a whole mini beauty school, and I love doing this because you get to come play with all the products. We've got one coming up May of this year, 2022. But what you don't know is that almost every personal care product out there in the market that you can go to the grocery store and purchase has over 2,500 harmful ingredients. But what we do is we've gone through that list and we've banned all of those 2,500. And I got to tell you, it's probably more than that. There's probably, the list keeps growing of what they keep changing the names to, but Young Living makes sure that we don't add things in that our bodies can't handle. So every one of our products is infused with essential oils. Again, we have the Seed to Seal promise. It contains no sulfates, no phthalates, no mineral oils. It doesn't have animal derived products, no synthetic anything. But what I can tell you is that they go on smoothly. They enhance what your skin is getting. I can tell you that I don't wear makeup every day now because my skin is so much healthier than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago,
Yep.
Even 30 years ago. And I've been around for a while.
No.
Yeah.
You just turned 29.
Shh. It's our secret.
Okay, safe cleaning products. This is where right up my alley. Okay, so Thieves Household Cleaner is a plant-derived cleaning agent. Okay, it's a concentrated formula. You see that little small bottle there? That should last a normal household 3 to 5 months.
The 14.4 fluid ounces.
Yep.
Because it takes one capful to fill that bottle right behind it. So what can we tell them? It has cinnamon bark in it, which is amazing. Clove, eucalyptus radiata, rosemary, and lemon. So it just has that bright, fresh, refreshing scent that brings a really happy scent to your home.
Now, here's another little pro tip for most of us. It doesn't matter if you're using this stuff or the naturally crappy stuff. Nobody is using.
There's naturally crappy. Okay, that word natural.
Okay, the regular crappy stuff.
Wasn't going there.
When you spray this on a counter, when you spray this on your cabinet, you let it sit
For a little bit.
for 20 to 30 seconds, up to a minute, to let the natural ingredients do their job.
Go through, chew up what it needs
When you
to.
just spray and wipe, I gotta get it done, gotta get it done, gotta get it done.
Well, or the other thing is you can spray it, you can wipe it, and let it naturally dry, because you don't have to come back over with a wet cloth. So back to the 409 days, spray, 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 wipe it down. Then you got that film, so you had to wipe it again. Sometimes you still had the film and you had to wipe it again. This you do not have to do. Number 2, put 409 on the countertop, wipe it down. Put these on the countertop, wipe it off or wipe it down. Now put your sandwich you're gonna make. Which one would you like to pick up and have in your
Which
mouth?
taste do you want to have?
Yeah, I want to have something that I know even if I ingest it, it's still gonna help me.
Now, one of the things that we do, because I read about this about a year ago, is comes first thing in the morning. You get up, get out of bed, everything. There's a spray bottle upstairs next to our bed, and we literally will open our bed up for about 30,
Linen
45
spray.
minutes, spray it
Yeah.
with these household cleaner,
No, I do a linen spray now.
linen spray.
I think we're doing lemon and eucalyptus this week.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
No wonder it smells good.
Yeah.
And then let her dry for 30 to
air
40
dry.
minutes. And it's the reason for that is most of us sweat at night. Most of us sweat at night. And therefore you need to let that moisture get out of your bed sheets.
Well, it's not just that. We take in just things off of our skin come off too. There's a lot of things that this helps deter. So let's talk a little bit about the Thieves laundry soap. I love the concentrated level. Rick and I take a third of this. We pour it into a 5-gallon jug. We add in hot water. We add in some washing soda. We add in, I like to add in pine. I just want to make my laundry smell a little different. But there's a way to expunge on this or make it bigger, because this is highly concentrated. It takes literally that much of the cap to do a whole load. So what I do is I add water. So because I have family that thinks they still have to do these big capfuls or pour for a while. And I was going through it like rapidly. This is concentrated, it's oil infused, it's formulated to be gentle, easy on your clothes, easy on your kids, easy on your skin, easy on everything, right? Oops, going the wrong way. All right, let's talk about supplements, Rick.
Okay, Young Living, this is where you really gotta take charge of your body.
This
Okay.
is huge. This is the biggie, guys.
Young Living has some quality supplements out there that can help us every single day. What we are finding is that even if you shop organic foods, our soil is so depleted in minerals that our
And
foods
vitamins.
are not being produced with the same nutritional level.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, so
Supplementation is huge.
Young Living supplements such as Life 9.
Yeah.
Life 9 has all of the types of vitamins in the right prescribed order.
It's not a
and
vitamin.
quantity.
Life 9 is a probiotic.
Probiotic.
Yeah.
Probiotic, excuse me. But it has 17 billion live cultures.
From 9 beneficial bacterial strains.
Now, why is that important? Okay, we just came off this little whatever epidemic
Yeah,
thing.
it's everything
And
like that. It's just-
whether you've had the flu or whatever,
it doesn't matter, whatever
you
your
get-
distress levels are.
and you've had maybe a doctor prescribe you an antibiotic. The antibiotic doesn't care what kind of bacteria it kills. You know, so when it does it in your gut, it kills everything. So Life 9 replenishes the probiotics in your gut, which is important to you because it helps you digest your food.
Yeah.
Now, if you can digest your food thoroughly, you eat less. What does that mean for us that are weight challenged? Guess what? We lose weight.
We're gonna speed this up because we
Oh.
promised you guys we wouldn't be on long, right? So Mighty Pros is the kids version of the probiotic, but it also has a prebiotic in it. For us adults, it's master formula, and Rick will go over that in a second. But the kids Mighty Pro is in a little packet. It looks like a little bit bigger pixie stick, and then you just pour it in your mouth and then you suck on it and then it goes subliminally, right? It has a very good flavor for kids. They like it. If your kids are still too little for that, we put it into water and stir it for the real littles. But it has over 8 billion active live cultures, perfect for kids.
Master Formula, it's a full spectrum complex of vitamins and minerals to support digestive health. They're in the right amounts. And they're also designed to be absorbed in the right areas. Some need to be absorbed in the stomach, some in the large intestine, some in the,
So they're
in the
time
lower
released.
intestine. So they're time released.
Yeah. So they're going to help with those free radicals in the body. Oops, sorry. They're going to help with the free radicals in the body. Our notes are trying to leave us, and provide gut flora supporting prebiotics. So that's why I was saying that they have the prebiotic. Multigreens, my go-to. I take several a day because I don't poop. I'm not a good pooper. I'm getting better at it. I mean, we have like parties at our house that say, "Yay, Dina pooped today." Rick's looking at me like she's crazy. But it helps support the glandular as well as the nervous system and the circulatory system, as well as our digestive. Okay. If you are not a good fruits and vegetable eater, or you have stomach issues where you don't poop, I would suggest multigreens.
Insured's the next one. Fantastic drink.
Yeah.
We drink at least 2 to 3 ounces a day. We found a new way to take mineral essence, and you take it with an Insured, and you can't take can't
Taste it.
taste it.
I'll get you. Omega, now you got me doing it. Omega Gi's 3. Okay, so these are omega fatty acids, like our vitamin D3 has CoQ10, along with what? We always add in essential oils because they support normal brain function and normal heart, eye, and joint health.
Essential Enzymes 4 is the next one. It contains powerful fat digesting enzymes for dairy products, meats, vegetables, promotes greater nutrient description or absorption.
So
Now
deeper.
we found out about 2 weeks ago that Detoxime is also something you should be adding to your, because it has the most enzymes in it that you can get in a Young Living package. So if you have one of those all-encompassing, I'm going to bloat out to here, got to loosen my belt dinners, Detoxime is going to be your friend.
Along with Digest, that's my friend. Super B, this one is my ever ready battery bunny. That's what I like about it. It contains 8 B vitamins and bioavailable chelated minerals to help maintain our healthy energy levels. It supports our heart health, cardiovascular, massively great for cognitive function. And then it just kind of the days of stress.
Yep.
Hey, that's what I didn't take yesterday. Now I know why. So also it says here, hold on a minute. It says, be sure to check out all these other ones. So we have our new golden turmeric. Love that. Get on that if you are struggling with anything from head to toe. Cortistop, if you have had, like I have had, major stress levels, my cortisol levels are like, so I take Cortistop. I love how it maintains and keeps me more balanced. Thyromin, it supports that whole hormone system. Sulfurzyme, I love it for joint health. We like it for endocrine system, hair, nails, all of that. Mineral essence, Rick just touched on that. We're mineral and vitamin deprived, so we need things like that. Super C, we're still in that season here in Minnesota where the weather isn't the best. So getting Super C and Super D is great. What about alkaline? Do you have a story about alkaline?
Read the package.
He thought it was Kids Mighty Pros one day. Foams really well. If you want that foaming agent, there you go.
If you want to look like a rabid dog, put alkaline in your mouth and just sit there a little bit.
We have Illuminize.
Illuminize is great for eye health.
Yeah.
If you're experiencing a bad week of your eyes, as having trouble focusing, Illuminize before you go to bed. It'll be amazing.
The last one is ICP Daily. I do not start my day without lemon and ICP Daily in a glass. Drink it down, wait 20 minutes, eat your meal. I'm going to tell you, it is a great kickstart to your metabolism for the day.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to the next screen. All right, connect and learn. Guys, that's what Rick and I want to do. We want to give you ideas on how to better your health. We want to educate you on the products that Young Living has, the products that are out there in the market that Young Living doesn't have. I mean, right?
Right. There's NAC. Young Living doesn't have NAC. We can point you in the direction Actually, you get a good quality NAC.
NAC, it's really supportive. It has been very supportive for me for my respiratory system. Young Living offers over 600 products. You can't learn about them all. Reach out to us, ask us how we can help, how we can turn you to the right direction to get them covered. Because we can't go over all of them in one class. But when you get a Young Living account with us, or even anybody else, if you're watching this, then you belong to a Young Living team, this is your community. We are all here to help educate and give you that next step, right? So that community is made up of people like you, because you're here, you're watching this, you're wanting to learn, and people like us, right? Who don't want to be the status quo. People who want to live their best life and create a happy, healthy home for their whole family, right? The community exists for support, education, questions, ideas, recipes. I gotta tell you, oily friendships are the best.
One last thing, and we're going to put out is we have available for those people that want to reactivate their accounts, or if you have a family member that wants to get on board Healthy Living, we have 10% off coupons through the end of the month.
Yep. So connect and learn. Youngliving.com. Go there. They have member resources, education. They have a blog they put out. You can learn way more there. Go to Facebook and go to the USA Young Living. Go to Facebook and go to Hands on Oils. Go to Instagram, Hands on Oils. We're going to start posting more to YouTube, but you can also go to our myYL.com/Hands on Oils website and learn even more. Otherwise, reach out to us.
Reach out
We
to us,
are
we'll be
that
happy to give you a
easy.
class.
All right, guys, we wanted to throw this in here. If you would like a copy of this sent to you or a picture of it sent to you, let us know, because what we can tell you is that if you want to get rid of those plug-in and candles, here's what you can do. Conventional makeup, conventional household cleaners, laundry soaps, conventional supplements. We've got the item to help you move to that healthier lifestyle now.
That's it, folks.
Quick and easy. Well, not so quick.
Not so quick, but
Very easy
a
though.
lot of things to cover and lots of informative information. And if you have any questions,
Yeah,
call us.
definitely let us know.
Okay, we'll be happy to answer your questions and get back to you in a timely format.
All right, guys, I'm going to cut this off and we'll talk to you soon.